So, hello guys. Today question 1905 counts sub islands. In this question, we have given two m cross n matrix that name is grid 1 and grid 2 that also contain 0 and 1s. So, an island is one of four directionally connected cells. Means one and this is an island, but this are both are separated islands that are connected four directionally, horizontal or vertical, but this is diagonal. So they both are not they both are different islands. So an island grid 2 is considered sub-island if that contains all the cells of grid 1. Means that grid 2 is considered as island of grid 1 if all the cells are contained in the grid 1. What is the meaning of that one? Means what is a sub island possible for this grid 1? Let's calculate. The sub island is either this, either this, either this, this, and this, and this, and this. These are possible sub island. But if we add like this is possible with with in that limit, so it is considered as Iceland. Also, this is a part of this Iceland, so this is also Iceland, and in other words it is also. But like this is not present in here, so this is not considered an Iceland. Also, this is not considered fully in that one. Also, because this cell is contained but not fully contained, so this is not considered an sub-island. Let's try run on another example. Like this part is common in both the grid, but this part, this cell and this cell is not present in the grid, so this is not considered as sub. What is sub? Sub island means it contains all the cells. It contains all the cell in grid 1. I hope you have understand the question. So how to solve this question? To solve this question, we have to identify that if the if the if in grid 1 the cell is 1, then it is also 1 in the grid 2. Also, we have to check all the grid 2 ones that are present. That is our sub island. If not, if any one cell not present in grid 1, that not considered as sub island. So let's drive on this. How to solve this question? To solve this question, first we identify the grid 1 is 1 and grid 2 of cell is also 1. So we definitely try to find that it is possible that the the grid that contain this one and also that contain this one is Iceland. We have to check. How to check? We have to traverse all the ones that like we have to traverse this ones and this ones. Also, we have to check is this satisfy the condition, like grade 1 equal to grade 1 of ij equal to grade 2 of ij. If that is satisfied all over the possible, then this considered as Iceland 1. Also, we have to mark that Iceland with 0, like we have to visited this Iceland. So we have to never visited that Iceland that is already visited. So also we have to traverse. We have not find any both the grade 1 and grade 2 are ones. Like next we have traversed this. Also in this is one and this is one. And because in horizontally and vertical no ones are present, this is considered as singly Iceland. So this is another Iceland possible. After we are traversing, we have not finding any ones in both the grids. Also, if this is fine, then this is also considered an Iceland. After that, we have to find this and this. But after that, we have to check in all possible direction. That is, grid is possible with this that one. We have to check. We have to go up direction. That is not. That is 0% in the grid one. That is not satisfying the condition of solved ILS. We do not consider that one. I hope you understand how to solve this is solved by simple DFS in BFS. Like if we found grade 1 and grade 2 both are ones, we simply traverse through BFS. We simply traverse through BFS. Also, if we traversing, the we have to mark the that we are visited as 0. I hope you understand well. So it is simple BFS how to solve. If we have to traverse for int I equal to, let's suppose n equal to grid 1 dot size. Also the size of the grid of the both are same as in question state. There are two m cross and binary matrix. Means the size of the grid both are same. So let's suppose n equal to grid 1 dot size and m equal to grid 1 of 0 dot size, and we have to iterate for all over possible, like as in the question time come. So let's discuss. Oh, first we have iterated from I equal to 0 to I less than n, also I plus plus, also where for equal to j equal to 0 to j less than m, j plus plus. So if we find grade 1 of I comma j equal to grade 2 of I comma j, if we find, then there is a possibility that we have to check whether the BFS return the output true. If the BFS return the we have to possible sub Iceland, then if check is possible, then we have to increment our counter, means we have to find our Iceland. After that we have to after that after that we have to return the answer. Also we have to initialize this answer int answer equal to 0. So how the DFS is working? BFS is working as we simple BFS that contain grid 1. What is a function BFS? BFS is a function BFS that contain grid 1, grid 2, also the current I and j, the current row and column, and we have to iterate all possible values. How to iterate? To iterate I and j first, we have to make the visited, means we have to make the grid of 0, grid of I comma j, grid 2 of I comma j, that is equal to 0, means we have to visited that grid. Also we have to pass by reference because we have to modify in the grid. So after that we have to push, as simple BFS, we have to push the current ing. After that we have to find the upper right, right, down and left. We have to find all possible. If any condition satisfy, means if the next, let's suppose this is this, suppose its name is r comma c, means its row is r and column. If r comma c is lies between n and m, r less than n and c less than m, also r greater than equal to 0 and c greater than equal to 0. Also of grid of 2 equal to I comma j, that is satisfied. If this is possible, also we have to check if grid 1 of I comma j equal to 1, then our Iceland is satisfying. If equal to 0, then we have to make simple variable like check, which makes sure that our Iceland is not possible, but we have to traverse all possible and make our grid to visited, like we have to make our grid to fully visited that no one come, like we have to not really visited full, but I suppose we have to visited fully because we have never want any Iceland collab with this. If anyone collab, then this is also possible. So I hope you understand. So how to solve this question. First, we have to find n and m and answer equal to 0. That answer we have written. Also, if grade 1 of I comma j and 2 of I comma j, if both are ones, then we have to check whether the BFS written 1 or 0. If BFS written 1, then we have to increase our answer by 1. So BFS contain grade 1, grade 2 and I comma j. Also, we have to mark the grade 2 of I comma j equal to 0, and we have to make a queue that traverse BFS. We have to push that row and column in a queue, and that is n comma m. Also we have to make, first we have suppose let all the grid that contains 1 I comma j is some Iceland. We have modify later, we have to make check equal to 0 if not satisfying the condition. While q dot empty, q not equal to empty, that current row equal to q dot front dot first and q dot front dot second current column, q dot pop. We have to traverse with 4 directionally, horizontal and vertical. For -1, row equal to -1 means left side, row equal to 0 matlab current row. Also if row equal to -1 means upper side and column equal to 0 means upper side, matlab upper first element of the both is upper. If 0 comma -1 means left, 0 comma 1 is right and 1 comma 0 is down. So we have to possible all four directionally, and also check the current row is also valid, मतलब 0 से equal होगा, is less than and greater than 0 and less than 1. Also grid to contain that one. If grid 1 is 0 means we have, this is not sub Iceland. We have to make the check variable, that is we make 1 and check variable equal to 0, and we have to push the q r comma c, means we have to traverse all possible and make every possible grid that contain ones is visited. Also, grid 2 comma r comma c equal to 0. That is not essential as we have to traverse with this. So it is make also. So I hope you understand. At last we have to return the check. Uh, what is what is what is problem with this? Uh, r comma c equal to 0. Uh, huh. Oh, sorry. This is also valid because if let's suppose what is this? How I made mistake because if we have current cell, then we have to make the all visited. I hope how to explain. Uh, if we have this cell, we have to make this cell equal to 0 because it is not the recursion that I made. I suppose that was recursion, but that is not recursion. So it is only travel once. So this is also valid. So that answer is also valid. Mm, I hope you understand the question well. Let's discuss the time complexity of this solution. What is the time complexity of this solution? Time complexity, we have to iterate over all possible ones. So its time complexity is m cross n. Also in BFS, we have to traverse in four direction that also contribute the time complexity. So overall time complexity is m cross n. What is this is doing? I am uh, overall m cross n multiply by 4 for 4 directional. That is time complexity of the solution.